We live now, so don't say no incriminating shit. Switch them. You can switch them if you need. That cord's long enough, right? The white cord.
The white cord's coming from where's the fuck is the white cord?
It's coming from my laptop.
I'm tripping. I'm like, damn, I see the white cord plug. I'm like,
yeah. Yo, welcome. Everybody share this live, man. We still getting set up a little bit. What y'all on, man? Yeah, they need a fucking platform, kind of like YouTube, where you can just there's no copyright constraints, you know.
right.
It's like fuck it, man. Dabbing my life away. What up, Pat? Yo, everybody share this live, man. We about to get started, man. Just in here getting warmed up. About to die. Shit, when it dies, we could just go one angle. It ain't no big deal, I guess. If it dies, you got a charger? No, I'm saying like just go for we can go. How long does 50% last you? You know what I'm saying? We could just go, and then when your phone is done, we could just go one angle. It doesn't matter. Share. These topics are about to be heat. Yeah. Big cash in the building.
Yeah.
What's the deal, babe?
Have some fun.
Y'all see the topic list?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into that little Nas X topic, man.
Yeah, I made a mistake of talking about something nuanced on Facebook.
You gotta be careful on Facebook.
Yeah.
For real.
I mean, I get it. Like, it's a social media platform, but like, I learned a long time ago, like, I don't engage with people I don't know.
Mm.
So, like, something like that, I'm hearing all these opinions from people like I've never met. I'm kind of like, I don't care. Like, I talk to you, I talk to Seuss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a cool job.
And then when people start ganging up on you, and shit, that's where it gets like, yeah. No, I feel that.
Or like just saying stuff that ain't got nothing to do with my point.
Mm.
And I'm not about to explain my point to somebody I don't know or care to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got the type 2 fucking bunch of shit.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah. I'm busy. Straight up.
I'm busy.
I gotta keep it pushing.
But yeah, man, let's talk about the Kansas Music Hall of Fame, because I feel like most people, I didn't know that existed. You know what I'm saying? So explain that in your part that you play.
Yeah. So Kansas Music Hall of Fame, that's been around since I think it was founded in 2004. The first class was 2005. I had known about it initially like in 2011. That's when I knew about it. But as far as my role, just board of directors, we're the ones that kind of put the virtual ceremony or the ceremonies together. I'm not entirely sure how many members there are. I just knew that at the time that for about 3 years I've been a member, and like I was the only rapper that was a member. Initially, it was for selfish reasons, like because the way that the process works is that, like, you know, if you're a member, that's your vote. So get enough people to be members, enough people to get votes, you're in now. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be the first rapper to be in the Kansas Music Hall of Fame. That was my goal, like 3 years ago. I think I'd seen the ceremony last year, and I was like, okay, let me help, because I didn't like what I saw. So I was like, man, let me see if I can like help do something. Never really thought, you know, about being a board member, none of that stuff. And one of the people that was on the board was like, yo, you want to be on the board? And I was like, okay, yeah, well, like what I got to do. So, you know, I gave them my resume, gave them the rundown, and, you know, they voted me in. So that's kind of how that whole thing happened. So it was like, okay, crazy. Like, you know,
I'm
like,
sure that's humbling, like that for sure. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, like as an artist, you know, we kind of think short-sighted. Like, you don't think, hey, I can actually influence an entire Hall of Fame.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? So
from this position.
Yeah, from this position.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that I think was most humbling. Like, and then they told me, like, yeah, you know, we voted you, you were on the board. We're gonna induct Tech 9. You want to induct them? And I was like, okay, then let's go. Because like there was no rappers that's been inducted, and I was trying to be the first, but I was like, oh, well, Tech is a good one.
yeah, no doubt.
How's that work with Tech being from the Missouri side?
Right. That was my initial thing too. Like, how's he getting in? But the way that it's structured is that, you know, artists have to be doing music for 20 years, impacting Kansas City or Kansas and the greater Kansas City area.
Right.
So that's kind of the
that's his bridge.
That's the way.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few Kansas City artists that are, you know, from Missouri, but because they, you know, they did a lot of work in the Kansas City side or Kansas side, then they're in as well.
What are some names that are in the Hall of Fame right now?
For right now, see Martina McBride, the band Kansas.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to think. There's like some gospel cats like Olita Adams. It's like an old school gospel artist. It's a surprising amount of cover bands that I did not know. But as far as some of the notables, like Shelly Wright, she's a country singer. Melissa Etheridge, that's another one. It's a lot of rock, it's a lot of country.
Cover bands, you mean like the people who be like performing at like casinos and shit?
Yeah.
And they're getting the Hall of
Performing
Fame?
other people's shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
So like that was one of those things I was like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that I was like, all right, look, what about the original cats? And there's a lot of, you know, just original cats who've done like crazy things. Like last year's inductee was the first person who had a platinum record. His name was Johnny Taylor.
Okay.
So like he was the first artist to ever go platinum off a song. And it was like the 60s or something, I think, when he did it. So like I did a lot of research, and I was like, okay, this is cool. But now, you know, with being on the board, it's like, all right, let's get some soul in there. Let's get some,
straight up
some R&B. Let's get some hip hop.
What's the criteria?
You just have to be, you know, doing music for 20 years. Like, you know, either in Kansas or like your music career had to start from Kansas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, 20 years doing whatever.
Man.
So, and there's quite a few rap cats who I think you'll probably start seeing.
From
their
right here.
names are going to be
tossed around. Who are some you think, or can you say? Or?
No, I can. XV.
Okay,
XV's one.
Nice.
Wichita, right?
Yeah. So like, I think
shout out XV.
Yeah. So he's hit that 20-year mark.
Okay.
Stick is probably going to be close here in about 5 years.
Nice. We just had Stick Figure Man on here.
Yeah.
That would be dope. We have to bring y'all back when that happens. That would be dope. That would be dope.
So yeah, Stick Figure. There's quite a few. Mac Lethal.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's
Mac
cold.
Lethal, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
he's a cold ass YouTuber now too.
Yeah. So
we got a legend coming on tonight later on. Pain. Have you heard of Pain? CG. What about some people? What about people like, you know, in his lane? With you know, are they closed minded when it comes to stuff like that? Or you got to be a little bit more.
I don't know. I think if Pain gets it, like, I'll let y'all in on this. If Pain gets enough members
Mm-hmm.
to vote for him, then yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much how that works.
All right. All
So
right.
but yeah, I mean Straight Jacket.
Mm.
Straight Jacket Mike.
Yeah.
I'm about to start campaigning now. For the, can we get a podcast in there?
Hey,
There you go.
But I mean, like, yeah,
Hip-hop
music, and there's some
podcast.
things too, like, you know, music personality.
We
radio
dropped that album.
personalities, DJs. Like, that's something that I kind of want to start opening up to the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
So it's not just musicians; it's people that have been in music. Like,
That'd be dope.
They've inducted like music teachers in there too. So it's like, yo, then let's expand it. If it's
Music media.
Exactly.
There you go.
You can expand it that way. So
There it is. That's tight, man. I didn't know. Yeah, I had no idea that shit existed either, man. That's crazy.
yeah, it's fun. It's been an interesting learning experience. Like I said, just learning about music from the state.
Yeah.
Jess said new goal obtained.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Because a lot of people don't even know that shit exists, man.
Right. And that's another thing. Like, I want to bring awareness. Like, hey, here's not only is that a goal, that should be a goal for people, but like, you know, learn your history. Like, I try to do that with the K list. You know what I'm saying? With those Kansas playlists.
Yeah. Shout out to you for that too, man.
Yeah, definitely respect.
Always showing love on that.
Yeah, so like that's what I want to do. Is like, yo, man, we have really a talented group of people in this state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, Kansas gets all the jokes and sometimes rightfully so, but like we really got
Yeah,
we got some talented people.
absolutely.
So,
100% agree with that.
Yeah, so just getting that awareness out there. And
Just be falling under the radar a little bit, you know what I'm saying, on a national scale.
Yeah, so that's why. And so making that Hall of Fame legit, you know, like, you know, I want there to be like a museum at some point to where you know that's a destination for people to go check out and see. Hey,
You're the first black person on that board.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
That too,
respect.
Shout out to that. Man. Yeah.
Respect. Congratulations, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Break them barriers down, man.
And Black History Month too. That was like a really nice thing. Right?
Hell yeah, man.
That happened during Black History Month.
Yeah, I mean it was like technically the 31st, but like I just said,
hey, there it is. There it is. You got to celebrate all Black History Month. That's what's up.
It was cool, man. But yeah, like anybody can go, you know, be a member. You know, I think it's like $25 or more. Normally we do like ceremonies. They're live. They're at Liberty Hall in Lawrence.
Okay.
But obviously because of COVID, it's going to be a virtual ceremony again this year. So I'm going to Strange, I think, sometime in like April, and like we'll have the interview with Tech or whatever, and he's going to like do a performance, and then that's going to be part of that ceremony that you'll be able to watch on the website channel, July 24th, I believe.
Nice.
24th, so.
That's what's up, man. Big things coming up, man.
Yeah.
And the website is ksmhof.org.
Yeah, y'all check that out, man.
So
ksmhof.org. Y'all heard it.
And so if you want to learn how to be a member and all that stuff, we're revamping a little bit. So just bear with us on that. But if you want more information, that's where you want to go for that.
You were also into radio too. You talk about that. Are you still into that, or is that something?
For a while I did this. I did a radio show in Salina. It was called Cash Hollistah's Block Party. So it was part of a Throwback Thursday lineup that they have. So they was just throwing throwback 80s, 90s, like early 2000s type stuff. And so I just went with my DJ that I normally do music with, DJ Carbon, and he's just a dope DJ. Like he knows how to throw everything together and make it a vibe. And so like we normally would throw parties downtown, just live downtown block parties. And so I was just listening one day and I was like, man, you know, it'd be dope to just do this on the air. You know, just like an hour. Just give us an hour to do that. And I thought about it. The funny thing was, like, I thought about it, and then from the time it took for me to think about it to go talk to the general manager was like 15 minutes. So I just went over there and said, hey, you know, I want to do this.
Make it moves quick.
That's what's up.
And he was like, surprisingly, he was like, yeah.
There it is.
Yo, give me the demo. So I was like, all right. So we just came up with the demo, and then we knocked it out. And so we did it for about a good 6 months, and it was really dope. I couldn't do it anymore because I just didn't have a lot of time. But yeah, it was fun.
That's what's up, man.
So are you a fan of like the new wave hip hop, or you like more so just the stuff you came up on?
No, I'm a fan of some of the new stuff. I am like, I mean, I part of me is an elitist. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a lyricist, so I love lyricists. Like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying, I love people just taking the art of rhyming and just being clever with the words. But like, yeah, some of the new stuff, like I love. Like I think one of the things that the new kids got on us is like they know how to do vibes well. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's a little bit overdose, but I think like they just know how to capture vibes and they know melodies extremely well and they do it right.
No, no, straight up, they do know how to make great music.
Yeah.
Like it's not just they in the lyrics. I see a lot of them repeat the same fucking lyrics over and over all the time. It's like just a big recycle bin.
Yeah.
But the melodies, it's always something new.
Yeah.
And that's where they're
Kept
they really got
innovative. And that's just something like I tip my hat to. So yeah, some of the stuff I can get with.
You fuck with Lil Nas X?
No.
That's a good segue.
No.
You see that?
No, not really. I mean, he's great at marketing. He's great at trolling. I think he knocked one out the gate with Old Town Road. But nah, he don't make music for me. That's not something I would vibe with.
Yeah, definitely not. What's your take on that, man?
Same. His music is not for me. It doesn't have anything to do with him being gay or him worshiping the devil. His music doesn't resonate to me. Doesn't I can't relate to it, I guess is what I'm looking for. But yeah, you said it though. His marketing schemes and his team definitely, he's got shit together on that end. That's why he makes noise and stuff. And that's the game. That's part of the game now when when you're trying to be successful on that scale.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's winning on that end.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think I understood his message. I understood how people misunderstood it too. But the whole playing with the devil shit, I did think that came off from a lot of homophobic people who were just trying to find something to not like about him. Because if you look in the culture, man, that shit is played with constantly, and a lot of it's like subconsciously. I don't know. Since middle school, I've been diving into Jay-Z videos and finding subliminals that are tied to the devil. Might be bad timing, but shout out to DMX. Always play with the devil. You know what I'm saying? So like the outcry and the outrage, I think there was some shit tied to it for sure. They're trying to look for some shit to hate him for.
Yeah, and then but also too like I think he knew that. Like he knew like he was doing that for shock value.
Yeah.
And so for me, like
that's part of the gimmick.
Yeah, and so like playing with demonic imagery and all that stuff, like to me that's kind of corny. That's just for me.
I agree.
But I was like, it wasn't shocking to me. Like I've seen this. Like I've seen Kanye with the crown of thorns on Rolling Stone. I've seen Nas hung to a cross. Like you've seen it. Like we lived through Marilyn Manson. You know what I mean? Like we heard about Ozzy Osbourne eating bats.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I've known this.
Yeah.
So it
wasn't like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Like, all right, whatever.
This is what they doing now.
Yeah, this is what they doing to sell the record. But here's the crazy thing is everybody's talking about the video, everybody's talking about the shoes, and nobody's talking about the track.
Right.
And so as an artist, I'm like, yo, if everybody's just talking about my video, which that's gonna lead to some of some streams, whatever. But if everybody's talking about that and they're talking about the shoes, but they're not actually talking about the track,
what's gonna be memorable?
Yeah.
Is all that other bullshit you did around selling the record gonna be what they remember, or are they gonna remember the record?
Yeah, like is that really a success?
Yeah, I feel that.
So
that's
like not one person I've seen or talked to.
You're right.
Has been like, yo, that Montero is actually a good track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's
I don't even know the name of the song.
Respectfully, my girl fucks with it.
Yeah.
She keeps playing the shit, but
she likes it.
I think the message was kind of clear though, and I think it leaned more towards a message than a gimmick.
Okay.
I think it was a shot at like the judgmental Christians.
Okay.
And it was like, yo, if you're gonna paint me to be, you know what I'm saying, this devil, this is what I'm gonna like. I'm just gonna play. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play with it, and I'm just gonna just play into what you're already calling me. And I think that's a big thing people struggle with, and it's not just gay people. It's all kinds of people who struggle with fucking addiction. Judgmental Christians will look at you crazy for that. They'll look at you crazy for the shit that you walk into the church wearing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got the message, and I related it in my own ways, not the same way that he is, but like I get it, and I understood where it was coming from. So that, yeah, some Jesse James, the message was definitely clear. Yeah. So like I don't agree with it being a gimmick. I think he's definitely getting people talking. And at the end of the day, if your record got people talking, that's you accomplished something in my books for real. Because a lot of people's music won't live to have a conversation. You know, won't live past a year. But people, you know, they're gonna be talking about this for a minute.
Yeah, a minute, but I think it's gonna be like
it'll die out
in
too.
comparison to like Old Town Road. You know what I mean? Like I feel like as far as like what he did, like he came out the gate with like a once in a lifetime smash, right? And so like I feel like he's spending a lot of time chasing that. Like, you know, a lot of people ate off of that record. Like his label, his team, everybody like ate off of that record.
Right.
So it's like, and you know how the music business is. Once you get that, they get a taste of that. I want another one, and I want another one. Panini was cool, but now I need another one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, how do you do that?
Right.
Yeah.
How do you keep doing that, or how do you get to like?
That's what they chasing.
That? So they're forever chasing, and that's what I felt.
I'll give him credit though for keeping in the music, because a lot of the artists nowadays won't keep it in the music. Their gimmicks will be outside the music. 6ix9ine. I mean, the shoes. I think the music video definitely made more noise than the shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely him riding the devil's dick definitely shocked people a little bit more than some shoes.
I seen people going crazy. They thought Nike was on it too. Yeah, they thought Nike was on there. Everybody was trying to ban Nike. They had celebrities like, I don't know if I'm gonna wear Nike no more.
My question is that like for people who question that shit, isn't that like super hypocritical? Because like, isn't there freedom of religion? Isn't that like something that we're supposed to be and abide by?
No, yeah.
So like, if somebody can be so holy, can't somebody be so evil? And can't they do the same exact thing?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I feel like because I'm a believer, but it didn't shock me. And like I'm never like in the outrage business. And I feel like, you know, fellow Christians who were like outraged about it or all right. I was like, yo,
doing too much.
Man, you are falling for the bait. Like,
yeah, that's what they want.
Like,
they want that extra attention.
Y'all to fall, and sure enough, like a lot of them just fell for it. And I was like, man,
my question to the outraged people, population, wherever they are, y'all are upset about the shoes. And first of all, shout out to people who are upset about the shoes who can't afford the shoes. I think you should stay out of it. If you can't afford $1,000 pair of shoes, I don't think nobody gives a fuck about your opinion. But Nike has you know what I'm saying, history of some fucked up shit. But you know what I'm saying, of working kids, you know what I'm saying, and
but it wasn't Nike.
Yeah, Nike didn't do that.
They never
they put a statement out immediately and detached their name from that.
It was
some artist.
Some side group, because they actually sell this custom person did like holy water shoes. Yeah,
like a Jesus shoe.
Like Jesus shoes. So like
way back. That was like a couple of years ago or something like that.
So then that person also did it because now they're suing that designer.
So
I read that. I read that too.
Nike didn't hire kids working. They didn't have.
Oh,
kids
no.
I don't know nothing about that.
I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I heard that. I can't. I don't know. I didn't.
No, I'm saying how we outraged about that, but then they have, you know,
sweatshops and shit.
We worry about some shoes.
Big corp, man.
And I think a lot of times too, like people, like it's a lot of nuance that gets missed, and so like a lot of times it's not either or, it's both and. So like you can be equally as outraged over child labor as you can over some Satan Jew. Like if you really think about it. Like,
one's set in stone, like that's just something you can feel. The other one is like, you gotta have faith. It's make believe in a sense, but you have to have faith to believe in it. But one is like literally happening, or have rumors of happening. So I think if you're gonna fucking protest Nike, you should definitely look into some deeper shit besides these fucking shoes that they have nothing to do with.
Yeah, big,
Yeah.
And that was one problem with the internet, bro. They just dive into shit. They don't even know what the fuck is going on. Like,
And that's all part of, I think, the artists, market plan nowadays. They feed on the stupidity of the world. You know, how easy it is to get motherfuckers
the
trapped on
headline
shit.
generation.
We had niggas out here laying flat on shit for a period of time. What was that called? Planking.
Yeah.
Like, that's the dumbest shit in the world niggas was doing. Like, but it was a trend, you know what I mean? So like artists are putting that into their marketing schemes nowadays. Like, what simple catchy shit can I get to go viral to get everybody to do to my track,
And it's not
and
even-
shoes and all type of shit have been
It's
done.
not even recent. I think it's been that.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yo,
He ain't the first one to come out with a shoe with
There's
a track.
a lot more dumb people than there are smart people. And I think the music industry recognizes that.
Yes.
And they're like, hey,
Mac said it. Mac Miller, rest of his soul, said, I think it was on a Breakfast Club interview. He was like, people underestimate the stupidity of the world type of shit. Like, basically, yeah.
Do the artists have a choice?
yes.
Yeah, I think you do always have a choice.
Like,
But
and I say that.
I think, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nah, I say that they have a little bit of personal responsibility. They do have a little bit. Like, I'm for, obviously, for artistic expression and all that stuff. But and in this case, when Joyner Lucas was talking about, hey man, like, Old Town Road was a kid's anthem, blah blah blah. And I was like, I feel like the large portion of that record blowing up was because of kids. Right.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
TikTok.
if you want to take this turn, if you want to like twerk on the devil, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yo, you couldn't have thrown a disclaimer up. Like, a lot of your fan base is kids.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna say, hey man, y'all, hey, this is about lean and adultery, y'all should have been blah blah blah. It's like, okay, cool, but then don't write a children's book.
Right.
You're pandering to your fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
wrote
Like,
he wrote a child's book.
Yeah, Lil
Oh,
Nas X
I didn't
is
know
for
that.
country. So
I
like,
didn't know that.
So that would be like Drew blowing up off the moon rock, writing a book called Rocks on the Moon.
Right.
Where like, kids on the moon,
Right,
on
right.
rocks or whatever. And
Right,
he just
right.
does this left turn where you start talking about rapping about meth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like not telling the kids, hey yo.
Damn, I didn't know my man did a children's book. That makes it all different for me. Because I was going to say it's not his fault.
Right.
If people, if kids are, shit, he's just being creative and shit or whatever. But damn, yeah, if you out here making children's book, you clearly know that kids are your,
That was the thing.
that's a part of your bread, a big large part of your
I
bag.
disagree.
Really?
I disagree. Yeah. I watch a lot of late shows. Here's the fact I'm doing this shit. Jimmy Kimmel, late show host, adult content, obviously comes on at night, pushes his children's book on his late show. There's all kinds of artists who make children's book, but I think I don't know where, there's artists who make children's shows. Like Miley Cyrus was basically stripping on a wrecking ball. What's the difference?
There was outrage on Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like,
definitely.
but, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. What's the difference if we're gonna convict one?
Well,
We
he's
gotta
like,
convict the other.
that's what he was saying. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But I think it was what he was saying about, you making that left turn all of a sudden and doing all this outlandish shit when you clearly know that,
But how do you
reason for your success up to this point has been kids and.
But how as an artist do you go about that? Because a lot of artists
I was on that. Yeah, I was on that too. Like, man, he shouldn't have to do all that or think about all that, but his team should, or maybe his marketing
same with, like,
team
Chris
or
Brown's
whatever.
Fans, like same with Rihanna's fans, they were all kids.
Justin Bieber's fans,
and they turned up and they started having sex and they started talking about it.
It's hard to avoid, and it's a thing that a lot of people, all them people that you have named, they started. Ariana Grande was Disney, too. So
But I think too,
Miley Cyrus, a lot of her shit is about depression and all that shit, and a lot of kids love her, so I don't know. It's a thin line, man. It's a thin line, and I, as a creator, I don't want to have to feel like I should be somebody else's parent, So, right.
And that was the thing that, like, and I had talked about this with Seuss Mace for a little bit, like it was on Facebook, and like, we disagreed on that. And then like other people just started joining in and like throwing their own personal things in there, and I didn't care.
Right.
So I didn't, I didn't talk about that. But like, I just felt like, yo, you know, if they're seeing this imagery or whatever, it's like, yo, fam, 5 seconds. Yo, you're about to see some crazy stuff, blah blah blah. That's it.
Yeah. I feel
You know
that.
what I mean?
No,
And
it ain't hard.
That's all you got to do.
That's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes that makes kids want to watch more.
Of course.
Let's be real.
And that's where the parent comes in. You know what I mean? That's where the parental.
So I think it's hard to. It ain't no way to really avoid it. They're gonna see it. You know what I mean? But what you put me on to tonight about him selling the child's book. That's where I feel like it kind of gets fuzzy to me, because it's like, you eating off of these kids, and then you're going to just totally disregard the fact that that they're going to see this shit too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that's where it gets a little fuzzy to me. But
and that's the thing,
because to me, you know what I mean, if my kid was watching that shit, I'd be like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, hold on.
Right.
You know,
do they show this on TV?
Show what?
Lil Nas X.
I'm not entirely sure. I know
watch
that
BET or anything like that.
Do they show any on TV
haven't.
where children can easily access it?
But they're not watching TV. Kids is in that YouTube like a motherfucker.
So
that's the TV they watch.
So why is my question is, why is it the artist or the label's responsibility if kids are on the internet?
Yeah.
It's the parents completely.
Yeah.
But again,
because a couple tabs over, they can be on Pornhub.
Yeah. But
what do we like? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If it's the parents' responsibility. Like if it's not on TV and it's not on no children's program, then I don't understand why.
But again, it's not either or. It's both and. It's like
you said that earlier.
It is both the parents. Ultimately, 95% of that is the parents' responsibility. But like, yo, the artist is like, yo, if you know this, if you know your sizable portion of kids, hey, I'm about to make this left turn. Like just simple stuff. Like, and he's done messages and stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I get it, but like to absolve yourself from it and be like, yo, it was the parents' fault that I wrote this ladder. I was like, fam, you performed it in front of elementary kids, and then on top of that, you wrote a children's book.
Right.
Like, come on, man. You eating off of this.
Yeah,
like
you
eating off of your base. And then saying like it's not my fault. Come on, like there's a little, and again,
little bits of blame on.
People have different codes, like, and I get that and I respect that, but it's like, I don't know, it's an integrity thing for me personally.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, I can't roll with that. But like, yo, twerk on saying all you want to.
Right.
I don't care.
do you
like, fine, all right.
Do your thing.
If that's what you want to do, cool. So.
Do your thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure everybody's disagreeing with me in the comments. I don't care, but like,
it's what it is. They disagree with me all the time too.
Shout out to Jessie. Jessie James. She's been tapping in. She said it's crazy though because
that's my cousin.
She said it's crazy though because we grew up with them. Why are they not allowed to grow up too? And that's what I'm on that side. Just it's kind of reality. Like you can't expect these artists to live in a box, and even if they made a children's book when they had a children's song, and I'll argue, bro, that's not lean all in my bladder, cheated on my bed. Like I'll argue that's not even that explicit for real. Kids are singing a lot worse shit.
Yeah, no, and again,
back in the day,
he just so happened to go to take the show, like you said.
And that's the thing. It's like and Nas can grow. Like I don't ever want to, like, again, I don't stop artistic expression. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But it's kind of like, yo, let me know.
give the
like, that's it.
Holla at me,
kids, fans, give them a heads up, and then let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
If your fan base decides to leave, that's cool.
Yeah, straight up.
To stay, rock with them.
Let's see. I'm about to switch your mic real quick. See if this.
Yes, I ain't hearing.
No, check that real quick.
Check. 1, 2. Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
His mic was going out. There's this one right here.
We might have to switch that in a second, but go ahead, try it again.
Check 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
All right, we good.
Check.
Oh yeah, DMX, man.
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I only heard a little bit about what was going on. But I heard that he's off. They got him off of the life support, and he's breathing on his own.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Nice.
I just heard that like an hour ago. So, yeah, thankful for that, man. Yeah, I mean, he just had a hard life, and you know, I definitely did not want to see him go out like the way that they were reporting that he was going out. So
Yeah, it scared me this morning, man. You said you thought he looked unhealthy during the verses, but I thought he looked healthier than ever. To be real, I was under the impression that he was cool, he was straight.
yeah. That's what I thought too. So
Nigga was on there huffing and puffing and rumbling and belly all out.
That's good, man. You can't be if you got some weight on you, you know what I'm saying? You can't.
You can be very unhealthy with weight on you. Shit, that's what hides it. Nah, I don't know. I just think that to me he looked old. Nah, shit, I don't know a lot of crackheads. Period.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've never seen. I don't see.
I don't know a lot of crackheads. Period. But I do know that you know what I mean. There's I know motherfuckers that have done crack, and I mean it ain't like they ain't all like Pookie. You know, believe it or not. You know, they ain't all New Jack City'd up. You know, and skinny like that. Believe it or not, but and I don't mean to say that I thought he looked like a junkie. I just thought that he looked like he wasn't taking care of himself. You know what I mean? They're like, man, just like he was out here, living himself.
Yeah, so like when I heard that, I was like, man, prayers for him for real. So I'm glad that he's able to breathe on his own now. So hopefully, has a full speed recovery.
Straight up.
Eli said, "Shots to the thick crackheads, man." And you in the comment section, but you ain't here to do your job, man. Shouts out to that. But no, that brings me to fucking addiction. That shit is crazy, man. And the older I get, the more my eyes are starting to open up to it. And even like things like people might not like me for this, but weed. People like to say it's dependency. But I think there's addiction in it for some people, and I think it lies in the personality. I think there's addictive personalities where any drug could be like that for you. You know what I'm saying?
To where like you need it to calm down, or you need it to chill out. I can see that. Just
to function. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I find that with just like drinking and not hard stuff, just drinking and smoking. I can see it on a very small scale how that can be just an impossible task. So if you know somebody out there who's going through that shit, man, really like reach out to those people, man, and just
definitely
straight up, it's tough.
You want to share this shit to Payne, see if he wants to jump on with us? Bullshit.
Addictive personalities will have you crash, craving anything. It's not the flower, it's the person.
Who said that?
Jesse. She's been dropping gems.
Cousin here.
She's been dropping gems.
She want to be a host.
You can send the link to him.
Yeah, it's a person.
I'm recording.
Like you said, it's addictive person. Like,
I was going to. That's why I went over there, but I ain't want to stop it.
Personality is that that's their thing. Then that's gonna be the hang up. It's not marijuana's fault.
Yeah. It's on a lot of shit too, man. Some people like I got family who judge me for smoking and whatnot, but they'll eat fast food all the time. Or they'll binge watch TV all day long.
Everybody got to stay vice, man.
Addiction is addiction.
Everybody got to stay vice.
Everybody does, man.
It's different thing.
And it's crazy how it's levels to the shit. Like your vice could be, like you said, eating fast food, but it's like so many motherfuckers do that, so it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But you are smoking weed, and it's just like, oh man.
Coffee, that's another one.
Yeah.
I know some people who don't even act the same when they don't have no coffee. Yeah, they be on some different shit, bro.
Man, that's crazy. I'm glad I don't fuck with them coffee drinkers like that.
Oh, I don't either. I can't do coffee.
Yeah, I don't fuck with coffee at all, bro.
I got a soda addiction. That's my vice.
Man, I just started.
I don't fuck with pop like that either.
Word.
Weed and alcohol. Man, I don't even drink alcohol like that. So it's really weed for me.
Yeah, it's food and it's soda. Like I've been starting to wean myself off of that too, because I was like,
oh yeah, food.
Realize I'm eating crap,
candy. Yeah, candy for me. That's definitely. I add that to the list.
Candy. What's your go-to?
Man, Reese's.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm the opposite. I've been that
fruity
sweet
shit.
Tarts, that type of shit.
I like that shit too. Skittles and shit like that. I mean, I can't I don't discriminate, man.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate, man. Fucking with that shit, bro.
Hell yeah. What was I about to say, man? Large everything, but feels good on a large diet coke. I don't fuck with diet anything, man.
You said that Jesse still.
Yeah,
Man.
we don't be coming here talking about no diet shit. We don't. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, what do you have to do? Like, what's the process to get in Tech Nine in the Hall of Fame anyway? Like, we have to campaign or just get a certain amount of?
I think it is campaigning. Like ultimately, like there's not like an official process, but I think you just campaign. Like you find out who's like all part of the membership, and then you just campaign, trying to contact. I mean, it's just a smaller version of the Grammys because that's what they do. Grammys, all the major award shows like Oscars, Golden Globes. It's like they do these campaigns. Like if you see these things like for your consideration, like that's a campaign.
Yeah.
And so people are campaigning in the Grammys for hey, this is what is up for album of the year. This was up for song of the year. Blah blah blah. So they do that. So the same thing.
Are you a Tech fan, or are you just more on the side of you just you respect it and know?
I respect Tech.
Okay.
I admittedly am not a strange music fan like that. Like JL and Joey are probably the ones that I listen to the most out of the straight edge.
Yeah. A little more
but
hip hop.
I definitely respect what Tech has done and the stuff he's put in and the work he's put in.
Yeah.
So,
he's one of them guys,
and
man.
to do it independently.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to run this, like a multi-million-dollar corporation with no label support, just you and Travis and a bunch of people. It's like, that's
what's the
before social media era like that. I mean, it took off really, once he was
still
really able to get a
stuff.
threshold of that.
Yeah.
But for it to really have his like cult following before like the social media era got big, because my brother, that's my older brother. That's my favorite rapper. I mean, I grew up. Anytime he was around, that's what we was listening to was Tech.
Yeah, most people in my city are like Tech fans, like strange. Like when they heard the news, they was super geeked about it. So, yeah, I get it.
When does a label become a major label? Like, because the independent that Tech is not the same independent that like me and Chris are.
Right.
Well, we just mean independent, like to them. It's just like they own bread, they own money, they don't got no no overhead or anything like that, or whatever you want to call it.
They may partner with other companies, but they own everything. That's
so is he the majority owner of Strange, or is it Travis?
I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
I'm not sure.
Have to ask that in your interview. I'm like, who got the most bread in this shit? Tech,
who's
nigga,
bringing
you
the most
or
in?
the lawyer, nigga?
Nah, I just always wanted.
Right.
I always just wanted that shit because like,
I'm out. Nigga. Who the fuck is you, nigga?
Yeah, I don't
Feds, nigga, trying to get me
That's
for income tax evasion, nigga.
No, I don't know.
Chances the same way. I'll be like, damn, I don't really feel like you an independent artist.
Right.
I don't think he is.
Word.
I think that, and this is a lot of things that I think has happened recently. I think labels, for the most part, have some of these artists signed, but they just don't say that they're signed because the story of them being independent
sells
way more than them being on the label.
Makes
good way
sense.
to look at it.
And they benefit,
Yeah. That makes sense for sure.
He definitely don't make independent moves, man.
Yeah.
He's
because I think that was the way, like when Macklemore blew up, him and Ryan Lewis, like I think they got in contact with like an independent radio promoter or something like that, or they used like Atlantic's radio promotion team, even though they were quote unquote independent, and then that's how Thrift Shop blew up, and then you know what I mean, like so there's a way to finesse that a little.
Yeah, where you at, Macklemore? Speaking of that,
he did some little freestyle I seen on his Instagram and shit.
Word.
It was crazy. It was
Just
like,
came,
damn,
stole
nigga.
a Grammy from Kendrick, and they just and left.
Broke up with Ryan Lewis, and
Oh, they broke up.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So he ain't doing it the same.
The
no more.
juice behind his show ain't there no more.
Yeah.
It was really Ryan Lewis.
Have y'all seen the Space Jam trailer yet?
Seen that today.
No,
Glad you
Yeah,
brought that up.
seen
I
it.
was gonna bring it up. I seen that today.
Word. How you feel about it?
Man,
what?
leave it alone, man.
Oh,
LeBron ain't Mike, dog.
that
He
bias.
ain't
You got
never
that
gonna
bias.
be Mike, nigga.
Bro, you got that
Leave
bias.
it alone. The shit looks whack. The Monstar niggas look whack. It looks like a fucking Disney, like a Nickelodeon cartoon. Looks like it needs to be just a 30-minute cartoon that comes on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like to me.
I thought,
Sorry, LeBron. That's not even no hate as like a LeBron. I separated it from the basketball and looked at you like an actor.
If it was, you think it's better than KD's movie? You think it looks better than
KD's
KD's movie?
movie.
Remember that shit?
Well, what was KD's movie?
Yeah, let's not forget about that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, exactly. A lot
What
of
was
people
was
don't.
his?
I think it was just KD and some little white man, a little
What?
white kid.
Is it Kyrie?
No. That's Uncle Drew.
Yeah, Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew's harder than this. Uncle Drew's harder than
Drew's
Space Jam, nigga.
It might be. We just know the trailer. We just
Right. We just seen the trailer. It might. I mean, yeah, from the trailer it looks whack, but it might get it past. You got that lighter, fam?
Kevin Durant movie. Hold on, let me see.
I didn't know KD had a movie. Yeah, it must have been ass because nigga ain't
That
came and went.
It was called Thunderstruck.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That was trash. Same, yeah, trash.
I was making sure.
Yeah, no trash. Yeah.
Because if you, I would have known he was being
Thunderstruck,
biased.
yeah,
if he
that was-
like,
that
no,
was-
Thunderstruck was the shit,
Oh,
bro.
hell no, that shit was boo boo too, nigga.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that shit was trash. KD's trash, and that was I don't even think he attempted to even sniff another acting job after that. He's like, nigga, this shit ain't for me,
Yeah,
nigga.
KD needs to stay away from the acting shit.
All the way away.
KD
nigga.
needs to stay away from texting people, yeah, and everything else.
But that's some whole shit though, man.
Like I said,
That's some whole shit though for you to hold on to that long. You know, this nigga Michael Rappaport was just like, man, I'm holding on to this shit. He was talking real greasy to me this time. Like, nigga, I'm gonna let this shit out, nigga. So, like, this
I would hold on to that bullshit too, bro. You see how he was cussing, bro? That shit was insane.
You can't be
Cum
doing.
guzzling, bitch.
You can't be doing that to no fucking comedian, bro.
Yeah.
You can't trust no damn comedian talking like that. Nigga,
I
you
wouldn't
know they
give-
going to
I
expose
wouldn't give
you.
that dude that much credit, bro. He's not that funny.
What you know what I mean? But I'm just saying,
He
like
annoys me, bro.
comedians are naturally petty. That's their
Oh,
job.
true,
You know what I mean? Like their job is to be like petty. So like, why the fuck? I'm not talking to you like that of all people, and a white comedian at that. So yeah,
KD
nah.
is petty, though, man.
But yeah, KD is petty. He's been in the news for pettiness for couple different events.
The burner accounts, the
Mhm.
infamous.
Yeah, stick to that though. So you ain't gotta worry about that.
Yeah, man. But see, he couldn't do that right.
Yeah,
You got exposed on that. Like,
Yeah,
man, you can't even hide, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Can't even be sneaky, nigga. Just don't do it.
Can never hide, not even on social media.
Just don't
Real
do it.
life, just I couldn't imagine being that tall, man. That'd be too much for me. I feel like I'm a show everywhere I went. Like if I'm over the 7 foot, like 6'11", 7 footish, you're a show.
Ain't hiding, yeah.
That's-
We see you, nigga.
Yeah.
We see
Yeah.
everything you doing, nigga. Your tall ass. Especially tall and skinny niggas. Like Snoop, nigga. Like niggas like that.
The good thing about tall friends, though, when you out in like a big crowd, man, you always can find them.
Yeah.
It's real easy to spot them.
Straight up,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
No, you the tall friend though.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it.
I've
Can
been
you
told.
spot? Is it easy for you to spot people too? Can
Yeah.
you have like a bird's eye view?
I see them niggas over there.
I use my tall friends to my advantage, especially like
Yeah.
size on them, because then they can be like your bodyguards.
Yeah.
Like, you can,
And my friends use me too. They be like, "Where is so? Do you see so and so, Chris?" I'm like, "Yeah, they over there, nigga. They up there. They up
but
there a
no,
little
like,
bit,
me and
nigga."
Chris, I
Big
can
bird.
get-
Little
I can
nigga.
get in certain places with like some of my friends, like they be like, yo, they can act like the bodyguard, like, yo, how many tables is there, blah blah blah. It's like, all right, yeah,
They me.
yeah. So like,
Let them in.
they got a little, they have advantages. They have
Oh
advantages.
yeah, big niggas, man. We winning out here, nigga.
If I was like 6'5", I would have been in the league.
See,
I'm telling you, everybody says that, but I'm serious.
Shit.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm the one though, for real." Everybody said, but I'm the one.
You see, Buddy Hill, bro. He
What
just
he
broke
do?
like he broke some 3-point record. In the
Oh
NBA,
shit!
bro.
Here we go, nigga.
I guarded
Another
him.
meaningless-
I guarded him in the glory days, bro. He hit 2 threes. I hit 1 3.
There it
Y'all,
is.
y'all note that shit right there. Could have been. Could have been.
Yeah, I played against Blake Griffin in AAU coming up.
When, you dunked on him?
No, I didn't get dunked on. Crazy thing about the story is I lasted like 2 minutes. We went up and down the floor maybe handful of times, and I rolled my ankle real bad. Couldn't go back in. But yeah, he played for a team called Athletes First out of Oklahoma. What's crazy, he wasn't even the coldest nigga. Like, I mean, obviously we didn't know that he was Blake Griffin then, you know what I mean? But he wasn't the coldest nigga on the squad. Like, there was other motherfuckers on there that was like, damn, that nigga cold. You know what I mean? They was dunking on us and shit. We was a little weak ass AAU team out of Wichita and the Kansas City area, like a little combination team. But yeah.
I mean, I miss Summerville, bro. I played against Shabazz. We was on the bench. He jumped over
Shabazz Napier or Shabazz Muhammad?
Shabazz Muhammad.
Yeah.
But we was on the bench, and this white teammate, bro, he's about 6 foot. And this made hoop mixtape and everything.
Damn.
Completely cleared him, bro.
Damn.
Just completely cleared him. People were different, funny. Bro. So when you get to play the motherfuckers and see them up close, you be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
I understand completely.
Y'all remember Bobby Mays from Tennessee? Looked just like AI. I'm talking about this nigga. I swear he had the same tattoos as Allen Iverson. Wore number 3, braids. He looked just like Allen Iverson. He was a guard at Hutch, JUCO, when I went to Cloud County. So we played against that nigga. Like I said, he went on to Tennessee, and he played for a nice little squad in Tennessee. They went to the tournament and shit. Played against Odom Johnson, or whatever the fuck his name is, from Marquette. He went to the league for a little bit, played for the Clippers, I think. And I think he played for the Lakers for a little bit. But yeah, it's crazy playing them niggas and growing up and shit and seeing these niggas on TV.
They be different, man.
Mm-hmm.
Really different.
Yep.
I got a couple would you rathers. You got any?
Would you rathers?
You got any?
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna think of something. I had a lot going on today. I had a bad day, man. I had a bad day. Man. But we made the most of it though, man. We chugged through it, man. But it was a bad one for me, y'all.
Would you rather? Okay.
Would you rather? Okay, Street Fighter.
Wait, I missed that topic.
Oh, okay, bet.
Chris Brown.
Well, I guess that's kind of a pick aside.
I guess
that's kind of fits in.
Would you rather with them?
I said Chris Brown just because, but damn, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. You can't lose either way.
Just period.
Career, right? You said career.
I broke it down in certain criteria, but who makes the more timeless music? Who got closer to MJ? Who's more talented, skill wise? You know, dancing, singing.
Entertainment wise, all the whole package.
And then whose brand is more successful? That's my criteria.
I gotta go Chris Breezy, man, just because he has the whole movie side of it. I ain't really seen Bruno step into that realm.
True.
So, but Bruno also has the whole instrument side of it. And other than I think the drums, I ain't seen Chris Brown really play nothing. I think he can play the drums though, if I'm not mistaken.
But I can see Chris Brown like. As far as dancing wise, Chris Brown got that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So timeless music, I think it's gonna have to be. I think it's Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Bruno.
I agree.
I think it's Bruno on that end. Just cause, like fam, you made Travis McCoy a hit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like just off the features alone, like B.O.B.
Yeah, it's true.
Like that.
He made, but. Okay, and this is just me playing devil's advocate because I agree with that. I agree with that. Bruno makes, because I like soulful shit. So to me, timeless is soulful, classic, soulful,
right.
Feel good, makes you feel a certain way. You can connect to the emotion of the song. That's what I deem timeless in my book. Mm-hmm. But other people, younger people, they might deem, whatever. I can't even think of some shit off. I'm so high, Chris Brown shit, but you know what I mean.
No, I mean, like,
they might deem his shit. They
right?
might deem his shit timeless.
I think at that point it couldn't be timeless if we disagree. There's certain songs that are just gonna stand the test of time, and I don't see there's a few Chris Brown joints that will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say that, but Bruno, it seems like damn near all of them could stand the test of time, and universally, you know what I'm saying? Like it can 24 karat, and all that. Those type of joints are different from Chris Brown's. Yeah, it's like international.
Chris Brown is just U.S.
The niggas in China fuck with Chris tough, I feel like, man.
But I think the album cuts, like that's the mark to me of like, yo, if it's close to Michael Jackson, because like, I mean, Michael Jackson had singles, but he had album cuts too that like he could just play, and the audience would just know.
Oh yeah.
Word. And I feel like Bruno's got that. Like the singles, like the stuff that wasn't singles on the 24 Karat Magic song.
Right. His album shit, they still going nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I feel that.
And not to mention the new
But Chris
shit.
Brown got 20. He be having 20, 30 fucking. Didn't he just put out one like it was like 40 some songs, some shit like
they
that?
They all kind of sound the same to me. They're kind of similar.
I don't listen to him, so
like I think
I don't listen to Bruno Mars like that either. I listen to the singles.
Just getting a glimpse of the Silk Sonic collaboration with Anderson .Paak is like, I feel like this album might really have some joints on here.
Is more my style because it adds the rap element with Anderson .Paak in there too. So I love the shit that they making.
On that record?
I mean, when I say rapping, I mean like the shit that he did on the Leave the Door Open and shit. Like he's singing, but it's not necessarily like overblown, blowing runs and shit like Bruno's coming on within the hook and all that shit. So it's more like a smooth, like, he gives me that smooth pimp like vibe shit. And that so no, it's not rap necessarily, but I like the mix of what they do. Like I like the balance of what they do real well. Like and they sound real good.
And I'm ready for that album too.
Yeah,
and I hear
straight up.
Me too.
Narrating it, so
it's gonna be dope. I'm excited, and that's the type of shit that Chris Brown is not doing.
No,
no.
And he's like, that's a different level of like music, And you mentioned with the instruments, that's another element.
Yeah,
that separates Bruno from
and
Chris.
He put a lot of his family on too. I'm
gonna say
his
Bruno,
band
man.
and shit.
I'm locking it in, bro. I was saying Chris at the beginning.
But that's just the music side of it, though. We gotta put the whole package together, though.
Chris Brown's movies ain't really all that, man. He died early and stomped the yard.
Chris is doing a lot of shit, man.
2 minutes and 37 seconds in the
Who puts on a better show? I ain't seen neither one of them. Has anybody seen?
Bruno.
You think so?
I think
Chris Brown.
Have we seen him though? Have we seen him? Are we saying this?
I've seen Bruno.
Okay, as I say, are we talking from a place of experience? Or are we just talking from a place of? I know y'all picked Bruno, but y'all said that a little fast. Goddamn it!
You get high enough and watch YouTube, you can really be there.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
Criteria, like you said, entertainment, timeless music. What else?
About they bread. About they bag.
Their whole brand. Yeah, their brand in general. Whose brand?
AKA they bag.
I think Bruno. I think just Bruno's pen.
It's cleaner for sure.
It's cleaner, and I think the features the features. Chris has some dope features, but I think what Bruno's linked to other artists is what makes him, I think, going to be better. That would be my pick. So yeah, Bruno's my pick. He's got 3 of the 4 criteria for me. So yeah, it's Bruno.
So I'm going Chris just to switch it up. We can't all agree. Here you go. You want that, Drew?
I'm staying with Chris.
I'm staying with Chris Breezy, man.
Yeah. You said it right away, Chris Brown, easy.
I mean, he did
easy. Chris Brown.
He did a front flip to March Madness and landed on the beat. So like, you can do that.
You cold.
Who got the better moonwalk, man?
You a cold nigga.
Between Chris and
Bruno Mars can't fuck with nothing Chris do on no dance floor or no kind.
No, man. Bruno can dance too.
Man, nigga do some little siracha type little shit, nigga. He had his little, he a little spicy dancing motherfucker. That's what Bruno Mars is, nigga. Nigga, a little spicy dancing, that's a little nigga on stage, moving around.
What was your would you rather?
Just it's silly nostalgic kid shit. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Street Fighter.
Why? You said that real quick.
Like I liked Mortal Kombat, but Street Fighter didn't.
They ain't making no Street Fighter movies like they making Mortal Kombat movies. You know the Mortal Kombat movie's about to come out pretty soon.
No way you can.
Hey, no, that first one was all right though. That first one was all right though. I mean, we was kids. Now when we watch it now, we watch it now. Yeah, it gets 2 thumbs down. They got another Mortal Kombat coming out. That motherfucker look hard too.
It's on HBO. I just got the HBO Max. That shit's.
I'm not hard.
Max,
yeah, they doing their thing.
Yeah, that shit's nice.
I'm not hard to entertain no more, man. So that shit looks cool to me now. I feel like the old the old nigga in the room watching this shit.
But I think Street Fighter, like I just mess with that game a lot more for me. So like I probably have a little bit more of a attachment to Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was cool to me, but I was always.
I gotta go Mortal Kombat, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta go Mortal Kombat.
Who did you use on Mortal Kombat?
Man, Raiden was that nigga.
Yeah.
Raiden's still my nigga through and through. And then close second, Sub-Zero. I fuck with Sub-Zero. Okay. Yeah. Liu Kang, I didn't fuck with Liu Kang, man. He just seemed too
Raiden was the one that
too squarish to me, too, you know.
Yeah.
He was like the Captain America of China type shit. If that's if such a thing.
You know, I used E Honda a lot.
On Street Fighter, hey, he was a bad motherfucker. He was slept on him. Yeah. He was slept on.
Shit was kind of before my time. I never really played that shit.
You didn't play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? What was you on?
Fucking Tekken. I played that.
Okay.
Fuck with Tekken. Yeah. What was the other one? Soul Calibur. Boy, that was a cold motherfucker too.
Now out of those four, Soul Calibur is the one
that out of all four of them, that nigga said absolutely. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go Mortal Kombat then Tekken, because Tekken was cold too. King Law and all them motherfuckers.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with Tekken. But shit, my older brother again, he's the one that put me on that shit. He was the big game guy. If it wasn't some sports shit, I really wasn't the nigga in that shit. I was getting my ass whooped.
Yeah,
that's really all I played was basketball.
Yeah, I was playing
2K.
Man, I missed them NCAA basketball games, man. I missed them motherfuckers. Players never looked like the motherfucker. Nigga be bald and shit like that. This nigga got braids in real life. Dude, but yeah, you knew by the number and their position. All that. That's that nigga right there. They got so the JJ Redick. The weak ass. Nigga can't miss.
They don't have those anymore either.
I think they're bringing them back though. I just heard
they need to bring the basketball back too. That's
what college.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know about basketball, but I do know football. They're bringing it back. So.
They also need to bring Fight Night back. No, cool. Fight Night. That was my shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They need to bring back. What was the one with Afro Thunder and shit? Ready to Rumble. Was it called Ready to Rumble? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to bring that one back. That was a little. I mean, it was obviously an arcade style boxing and shit. Niggas was doing different shit. They had the little nigga Afro Thunder on there with the afro and shit. The quick hands. You remember that Ready to Rumble? I think it was called Ready to Rumble. I'm pretty sure. Something like that, nigga. It was called something. You have to look it up. Type in Afro Thunder on the Googles when you get home. He gonna pop up. You can be like, oh damn.
Yeah. You believe in the simulation?
Oh, this nigga done slid through.
Simulation theory. What's the deal, man?
We got Granny Panties, Lunch Lady, Levi.
Yeah, we heard you.
Eli. I said Levi. Is the L's threw me off.
Simulation theory. Okay, explain that.
That this shit is all. It could all be a simulation.
Yeah, I had a big glitch today.
You had a glitch today,
man.
Damn.
Are y'all joking with me right now? Or is this like...
He might be, but I'm not.
No, I'm dead ass serious.
I'm dead ass serious about the simulation.
I had a big glitch in the Matrix today. Man.
Yeah, like how? Did somebody like come like around you twice?
Yeah, what's your glitch first?
Nah, it was just a bad day, man. Nothing glitchy happened. It was just a bad day. Just some, I don't know. Maybe it was karma. Maybe it was karma coming back.
All right, man, break that down because
Yeah, break it down, Drew. Break it down for this man.
You know,
because it's real. It's real, and there are glitches. But yeah, go ahead.
We getting closer to the simulation point, if there is one.
Okay.
And it's because we're building certain things, like AI, realistic robots, video games are getting more and more realistic. We're headed towards that direction. Like no matter what, unless technology at some point was just like, all right, I'm technology and I cease to exist now. We're not going no further than this. If that happens, then the simulation theory could be false. But the fact that we keep evolving so quickly and things keep advancing, I think that it can be a possibility that this could be just a simulation.
What was in that thing y'all smoked? For real,
That was
like
that.
that.
That was that fire pack.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to, like just kind of.
Yeah, man, dive into that,
Yeah,
man.
there's books and shit about it.
Okay.
It
Dive
doesn't
into that, bro.
disqualify it doesn't disqualify God or anything like that. But the fact is, like, have you ever played The Sims?
Mhm. So like
Who's
that.
to say we don't if we don't get to that point where now we take our consciousness,
Mhm.
move it into a computer, and now
No,
we're
yeah.
simulations.
I can kind of see that.
It's like a lot of movies and a lot of things from movies come to life because
Yes,
it's a
bro.
human imagination.
Man, I'm so
So
glad
it's
you
like-
came now.
So it's like basically
Niggas had me smoking
people see
joints.
like maybe some movies or things of that nature, and then they're like, "Hey, let's make that a real life thing." Is that what you're saying, or just because now, like, I'm intrigued now. Like, I want to know
Why, when you get a car, you see that car everywhere?
Are you
Hmm?
joking with me right now?
No,
Okay.
I'm being serious.
Okay.
Other day, this is my glitch. The other day,
What's the glitch?
so I had to drive my mom's car. She drove my car, just some little switcherooski shit for a little bit in the morning. We met at my job.
Right.
I pull up and I'm waiting because I got some shit going on before I go into work. I didn't want to go into work, run back out to give her keys and all that shit. So I'm like, man, where you at? This and that.
Yeah.
My car pulls up. It ain't my car though. Just like my car. And what's crazy is she's like, I'm here. I just bought. So I'm like walking over to this car. Ain't my car. But she pulls up. Boom. Seconds later, right next to that car.
Glitch.
Okay.
Glitch.
Glitch. All right.
Same exact car. My lady had tent and everything.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is even some more glitchy shit happened because somebody else came over and was needing to get in my car, went to that car. They were like, oh, they went to my. Yeah, it was
I'm
tripping.
gonna check this out.
That was
ever heard of,
Thursday. Or that was
Neuralink?
Friday. Friday was tripping.
Neuralink. It's the company that Elon Musk is invested in or whatever,
I've heard a little bit about it.
where you like hook it up to your head
Yeah.
and basically, yeah. I mean, like technology really started popping, the internet, all that. Maybe not even 30 years ago. That's how we just started. We just started, and now we're already talking about artificial intelligence. We're already seeing robots. Like if you peep on YouTube, Boston Dynamics, they got robots that move like fucking humans.
Automation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards that automotive. Yeah.
We go 4K. Now we're at 8K, 60. How many Ks are we gonna get to? You know.
Yeah.
And that's why I say if technology was like, all right, we can't go no further, then I'll get it. Then it's not a real thing. But if we keep going, then I don't see how
That is.
we can't hook up.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. I thought y'all was messing with me for a second, but all right.
No, it's not something I 100% believe in. It's just I was just thinking about it.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I
Mhm.
am not fucking with you about like 50%.
I got you.
I mean, it could be the
The
same.
math checks out.
Virtual reality, man, it's coming soon. We just hook up and we go to a different place, and
Yeah.
it's essentially like it's just getting close, man. I don't think we'll see it in our lifetime, like the simulation point, because there's a book that I read. I forget the fucking name of it, but they say once we reach the simulation point, that's when it's all over.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the Truman Show, once he figures it out, then he can leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather be, and this would be you'll be stuck like this, would you rather be physically hurt or mentally hurt for the rest of your life?
Like have like PTSD, like military style PTSD.
Just in general, there'll be
Brain damage.
mentally or physically.
Wow.
Brain damage.
I think mentally hurt.
Hmm.
Because I think you could channel that into something.
Yeah. Mentally hurt scares me. Like losing my memory,
Mhm.
all that freaks me out. You get to a certain age where you don't even remember your family members anymore. I'd rather be in a wheelchair for sure than that happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like when my brain checks out, that's when I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. I'm just a pet.
Well, see,
You
I
know?
guess you would have to define mentally hurt. Because, like, if I'm thinking PTSD, then I'm like, yeah, I could probably
Well, maybe like if you exaggerate it to a point where it's like it affects your life.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It really hurts.
That's
I would definitely take physical over mental.
Yeah.
That mental is no joke.
okay. I like
Because
that.
mental could turn into physical eventually.
Yeah, you got any?
What,
You have some in the tank?
what would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather wear swishy pants for the rest of your life? Or jeans? No, I don't really. I'll think of some though.
Oh, I stick this. This was a good one, man. Would you rather cure cancer, get rid of racism,
Oh yeah.
get rid of the coronavirus? And I think those are the three options. So I don't think there was any more. Out of those, which one would you get rid of?
Coronavirus.
Definitely racism.
I think racism was the one for me.
Not cancer. Cancer.
Only because people like I said, you can. I mean, there's some cancers that come and you can't prevent them, but a lot of the time people get cancer because of shit that they've done, right? Like smoking and like drinking hella pop for their whole entire life, like just getting diabetes and it just turns into something else. But racism has been something that we haven't been able to conquer.
And getting rid of racism would make this stay here on Earth a little bit more tolerable as well.
Yeah.
Bro.
So
Yeah, for
for me, that's the thing. Like, okay, so then we don't have these these things that hold us back. Like if we were able to like eradicate racism, then, then it's a level playing field to me. So
Yeah.
And like he was saying, Stick was saying that racism can cause a lot of cancer, like having like low income and you have to eat like ramen noodles for your whole life, and those are like plastic.
or the doctors treat you different in the hospital because of your race.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? So
Oh, you back? Oh yeah, there's pain too.
Zoom.
So, what would you take? What would you take, bro? I want to hear yours.
What was it? My bad.
Shout-outs.
What was it?
Would you get rid of racism, cancer, or the coronavirus?
Damn. I'm going to say, damn, that's a tough one for me. It's between, you said the coronavirus too.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. I think we done beat that motherfucker. So,
No, yeah, I don't think that was.
I don't
That
know
was just
why.
for the hashtags.
But right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Racism and cancer. I feel like racism has built some strong motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So without it, you know what I mean? Well, we have Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Well, we have the Malcolm X's. You know what I mean? Well, we have some of these inspirational figures in our lives that, have no, definitely not.
I think we just be comfortable.
No, definitely not. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not gonna say comfortable, you know what I mean? Saying, but like what would happen to them stories, you know what I mean, that have, turned into future, Martin Luther King's, Malcolm X's, and certain like that.
I'd rather not have him.
You rather not have him?
Yeah.
All got assassinated?
I'm cool with I would, you know what I'm saying? I would sleep well if that shit never happened.
Right. And I've also had people in my family that have died from cancer.
That's what
and I've seen the effects of that, you know what I mean, and what that does to people. So it's like, fuck. But at the end of the day, I would say I probably have to land on racism too. But I don't know, man. Cancer's tough, man. Cancer's tough too, because that's an ugly motherfucker, boy. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say, what'd y'all say?
I said racism.
Y'all both said racism? I'm gonna say cancer then.
I'm kind of
Just to switch it up. Let's say cancer. I'm gonna say cancer, man.
So you got shout outs? What do you want to shout out?
Shout out. Nah, just shout out you guys. I think that for what you guys are doing, just using this podcast platform. There's not too many of these type of platforms in the state. Like, I do in doing the K list and all that stuff. Like, I have a database of rappers that I've known throughout the years, or just like I've been listening to, or people have submitted stuff. And there's, in my database, I think there's like about 425 rappers, right? As the number of media outlets here in the state is like 9. You know what I mean? So like, there's way too many people I feel that are just rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Taking up space, but there's not a lot of people that are building, that are part of the infrastructure to hold the rappers up. It's like a table. It's like there's 425 people on this table, but there's only 9 people holding the table. And it's like, this thing about breaking.
No, I feel you. I like that perspective too.
We need more people doing this.
Yeah.
So like for you guys to kind of just take a chance and do it, and it's quality product too. So that's another thing too. So
thank that man over there, man.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have happened without this nigga right here.
It's funny.
Shit, I know I wasn't about to start no podcast, but like shit, nigga came and got me out the woods.
It's funny, like he was doing showcases. That's how I first met, or like knew about.
That's where it started too.
Yeah,
I can't wait till everything kind of settles down in the world too.
We're gonna do a documentary on you niggas.
Yeah, that's how I first.
We done tried every damn option on that mic. I don't know.
Why? What happened? It's fucking up.
I appreciate that though, for real. Straight up, yeah.
Man.
And that's something I noticed too. And that's like just artists trying to reach out to those platforms in New York and LA and Atlanta. It's almost mission impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When those artists can walk out their front door and they can go take advantage of those radio stations, take advantage of those labels.
Right.
And yeah, that's why I want to do this. Just because I as an artist, I felt the struggle. I'm like, man, don't nobody want to hear from like, and it's like a personality difference. Like I enjoy watching Deezus and Mero, but a lot of the shit that they be talking about when it comes to New York be going over my head.
Yeah, straight me too.
And
I'm like, we need something to represent the Midwest in a sense, just the central.
Yeah, and I think artists should take advantage of these platforms, like make it a part of the rollout, make it a part of the press run, all that stuff. Like,
but you know the problem with that, man.
What's the problem?
Rappers around here they not that. When it comes to the word collaborate,
I don't like it.
They just don't get it. I feel like I don't think they fully understand because. We would love to do that. And that is, part of the plan. Yeah, like you said, put on for the Midwest. But they gotta reciprocate the love, you know what I mean? Like we putting them on here, letting them tell their story, do all this shit. But we don't get a lot of, people that, share and shit like that. So we try to build that, and we want to build that with more artists, but they gotta come on board with a more collaborative mindset. So y'all gotta come on board with a more collaborative mindset. We love y'all, man, and we definitely want to support and we appreciate everybody that's making moves out here. But when it comes to that, we all got to be in it together and try to push each other forward. And, like I said, I just think that some of that gets real fuzzy around here when it comes to the local scene and what, what they doing. So,
sure.
But yeah, shout out to y'all still, man, because we fuck with y'all. And shout out to you, man. Shout out what you doing.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going for that 20 years, man. Yeah, like Jess said, something to, add on to the bucket list, man. Try to be in that Kansas Hall of Fame. And, now we got a couple feet in the door now, so but yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Much love to you and what you doing, man. Much respect. And shout out to Pod, shout out to the fellas, shout out to everybody off scene too. Shout out y'all. Love y'all.
Hell yeah, shout out. That's a wrap, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Definitely, man. Yeah, bro.
I don't know. That's all. I didn't want to fucking stop the show, but
you coming on this one, right?
You were still
Pain? Is Pain? Is Pain? Is he still in?
He's virtual.
No, he's virtual. So but I think we should just do one angle, us three on one side of the table, though.
Okay.
You want to do that? Because your phone's about to die, right?
Figure this mic out.
My sister, let's just do this one angle.
Put the table this way.
Yeah.
Or we could just go with
long ways in front.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
From that red curve. Because it's satin.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Bet.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna start another
CSG.
broadcast. I'm gonna send you a new link. I'm gonna start a whole new broadcast.
All right. Send me a new link. I'm rolling weed.